As governments struggle to agree on how to stop global warming and especially how to fund the necessary changes, trillions of dollars in corporate and venture capital are flowing into the sector. Clean energy, clean tech, clean construction, everything's clean. Thousands of clean startups are the target as climate investors bet on big returns. Diana Olick is here with a look at one of them. Diana?
Well, Kelly, we're following the money to Brooklyn, New York, and a startup called BlocPower, whose goal is to ultimately electrify every building in America.
I grew up in this neighborhood. I know what's inside these buildings, right? And therefore, I can see the investment opportunity. My job as a CEO is to make it transparent, right, to potential climate investors. We're going to decrease the amount of oil and gas and fossil fuels that these buildings consume. We're going to decrease the amount of emissions that are created. We're going to save the building owners money. And hey, you're actually going to make 10% financial returns by investing in these buildings.
BlocPower will do that not by selling clean energy systems, but by leasing them to building and homeowners.
From roof to basement, you're reinventing the building.
The whole building.
They're converting the heating, cooling, and appliances from oil and gas to electric and adding solar.
We lease it to them for 10 years or 15 years. And after that point, we have taken in enough money to pay back Goldman and Wall Street and whoever our lenders are. Sometimes it's foundations. And we've collected our fee. And so the ownership of the equipment is transferred to the building owner. We look at this and we say, my God, like what a great opportunity to save the planet and make a little bit of money by focusing on what's down here, right?
And focusing on the opportunity out there. BlocPower is behind Ithaca, New York's first-in-the-nation plan to eliminate carbon emissions in the city by 2030.
We're negotiating with several cities in California, in New York, cities in Massachusetts, in Georgia, and across the country to decarbonize. If this all works, we'll end up being a very big company.
Early backers included Andreessen Horowitz, Exelon, American Family Insurance, the Schmidt Family Foundation, Goldman Sachs Urban Investment, Kapor Capital, and Salesforce. Then this January, it got a big debt infusion from Microsoft. Total funding, both debt and equity, about $100 million. And BlocPower just got a $5 million grant from the Bezos Earth Fund to digitally map about 125 million buildings across America so that each one of those buildings will have a free plan for how to become environmentally sustainable. Back to you guys.
You've got basement photos, Diana?
We got basement, we got roof, we are everywhere in these buildings.
So can we see a little sort of, there we are, we see you in there sort of looking at these clean systems, but what are we looking at here?
Well, what you're seeing is they're going from carbon-emitting energy to electricity. And so they're taking out the boilers. They're taking out gas, which is a huge carbon offender. And they're actually making more space to put in other things, other green technologies. So your hot water heaters, everything that will simply electrify these buildings, taking out the appliances and reducing their carbon footprint. And we all know that real estate is one of the worst carbon offenders out there. And that's why this is such a huge project.
Fascinating stuff. Diana, thank you very much. Diana goes downstairs in the innards.